My name is Gustavo Liriano here with Discovery UMES. Today we're going to be discussing what students can do on campus to register for votes. I'm here with Mr. Philip Thomas. I want to ask you a few questions about what students could do on campus as far as registering for voting or voting events.
Okay.
Okay. Recently I seen we had the BET Black College Tour, which was very enjoyable. Could you tell me about how many people you guys registered at that event?
The BET event was tremendous. We were happy to be a part of that. At the end of the day, we actually registered over 350 people to register to vote. That also includes folks who wanted to do absentee ballots and those who wanted to change their address from wherever they were registered at previously to Somerset County, just to make it more convenient for them.
Correct. Are there any other events that you guys are doing on campus relative to the one that we already know of, the BET
Right.
event?
You know what? We have an event coming up tomorrow at it's at 4 o'clock, and it's going to be at Hawks Point, depending on the weather. If it does rain, we're going to move it inside to Tall's Gym, and it's a block party style event. And what we're going to do, we're going to have a lot of people, a lot of organizations coming out to perform. We actually have Rhythm and Reason coming out. And a lot of other performers that are going to be out there. So it's going to be a real exciting day. But the overall thing that we're trying to get across is how important it is to be involved, to be actively involved in our nation's political process.
Are there any places that students can go, or any sites or anything that students can go to find out about getting involved with the voting process here on campus?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, immediately, any student that is interested in becoming a registered to vote or isn't sure if they're registered, they can email me directly. And my email address is p as in Paul, M Thomas @umes.edu, and I can walk them through that process very easily.
Okay. What would students do if they're trying to submit an absentee ballot?
Well, you know what? That's where it gets a little sticky. You know, if you're from Maryland, it's a little bit easier when you're here. We can actually walk you through that process. If you're from Maryland, it's a simple application that you would fill out. We would take it to the Board of Elections locally. They would forward it to whichever county that the individual is from, and that county would in turn send an absentee ballot to the person so that they could vote. Okay, but if the person is out of state, what they would have to do is you have to go online to your state Board of Elections. And if you're, for example, say you're from New York, you would just Google New York State Board of Elections, and on that website you'll see a link for absentee voting.
So where would it be that students are going to go to vote, as far as like?
Well, locally, if you're registered locally in Somerset County, we're going to be voting at Washington High School, and the beauty of that is on Election Day, which is November 6th, we're going to have buses. Residence Life and Hawk Vote are going to have buses traveling from the Student Services Center, the SSC Circle, and we're going to be driving students from the university to the polls and back to the university again once they completed the voting process.
I want to thank you for coming out and explaining the voting process to our student population.
And thanks for having me.
So now we're going to go back out into the field where we will interview students on their process of voting.
So now we out in the field, and we're going to find out what some of the students think about voting and their process of voting. So, how do you feel, what type of events do you feel that the campus could do to help us vote here on UMES campus?
It should have, like, you know, like today got Auxiliary Day. It's a day about like voting and all the different perspectives from the Republicans and the Democratic. So you know who to vote for, like why they voting for, like what could be the pros and cons of each president candidate.
Are you registered to vote?
Yes, I am registered. I would love to see an election party. So
Are you registered to vote?
Definitely, yes.
How about you, sir?
Yeah, most definitely.
What events on campus have you seen or would you like to see to help us with this voting process?
I think when BET came the one time for their college tour to help register students to vote, so I think that was a really positive thing. I think we should have more things like that, just really get students excited about voting. Yeah.
Right, I agree. How about you, sir?
Yes, I just want to see another program too, like in the SSC, like involving all organizations collab together, you know, and just, you know, spread the word and just go ahead and register and vote.
So there you go. You heard it from the students firsthand. Until next time, my name is Gustavo Liriano, and this is Discovery UMES.